My name is Jonathan Sims. I work for the Magnus Institute, London, an organisation dedicated to academic research into the esoteric and the paranormal. When an investigation has gone as far as it can, it is transferred to the archives. I am not a brave man. I believe I am starting to come to terms with that fact. But I am, in certain circumstances, a very stubborn one.
There is still so much more happening
I'm not
here.
entirely sure that we can ignore
Every real statement just leads deeper into something I don't even know the shape of yet. I don't want to become a mystery. I refuse to become another goddamn mystery.
There are entities in this world, beings of vast, dark power. Perhaps it would be more accurate to say they are next to the world rather than in it.
They're malicious. Many consider them godlike, and they have the power to affect the world in unnatural ways, but they cannot directly exist within it, so they rely on avatars or servants that they corrupt, and sometimes monsters that they create. They use their power in ways small enough to stay hidden, and I think they feed on our fear.
No, they don't feed on it. They are it. These things, these forces, they are our fear. Deep fears, primordial, always looking for ways to grow and spread.
But that doesn't, it doesn't make...
Okay, so you thought it was just coincidence that unknowable alien consciousnesses from beyond our universe just so happened to basically be all the things we're terrified of. Robert Smirk divided the beings into 14 distinct powers, each comprising a variety of smaller terrors, some direct and practical, and some more abstract.
Right. The eye.
I have also heard it called beholding.
Being watched, being followed, having your deepest secrets exposed, needing to know, even if your discoveries might destroy you. The feeling that something, somewhere, is letting you suffer just so it can watch.
We thrive on ceaseless watching, on knowing too much.
I can feel its gaze burrowing into the back of my neck.
It watches and knows, sitting bulbous and comfortable in the ignorance of infinite knowledge.
I call it the spiral. It deals in fooling the senses, in making you see and hear things that are not there, in drawing you into mazes and making you doubt your own sanity.
As I was going up the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. Oh, how I wish he'd go away.
I lie, Archivist. I am the throat of delusion incarnate.
The end is fear of death.
It made me think of dead worlds floating out into space, places that didn't know and didn't care that life even existed.
Everything ends. Even the universe. Even time.
This too shall pass. All good things must come to an end. Memento mori.
The moment that you die will feel exactly the same as this one.
The stranger is the unknown, the uncanny.
That kind of creeping sense that something's not right. The guy you saw that might be following you might mean you harm.
She knew it was a lie as much as I did, and my confusion and fear delighted her.
You don't sound Russian?
How could I sound anything, silly? I'm plastic. I don't even have a voice box. I had to borrow this one. Don't turn on the light.
The desolation, blackened earth, the destructive, agonizing heat of burning flesh and land scoured of life.
Fear of pain, fear of loss, fear of unthinking or cruel destruction.
What does my god care about death? It was the destruction of his life that it hungered for.
Isolation.
Smirk called it the lonely. The feeling that you're just alone. Maybe there's no one else there at all, maybe you just can't connect.
I revelled in the silence then, embraced the loneliness like an old friend. But now that friend has devoured me, and I shall not emerge from its jaws.
No one is coming.
Please don't leave me. I can't do this on my own.
Please. Not enough on my own. The slaughter is just pure violence. Not targeted or premeditated, just unpredictable violence. And you don't know when, or if it's even coming. Sometimes it's aggressive, like a frenzied killer, but sometimes it's calm, like an army firing shells into a village.
A fascination with the mechanisms of this violence, the tactility of injury and the sensations that accompany it.
Everything in them that makes us people was gone. The only thing in those eyes was violence. Carnage.
Vertigo, the fear of falling.
The vast. Vertigo, agoraphobia, the dread of deep water.
What good's the height, the terrifying draw of gravity, unless you really know the scale of what you're facing?
Taken on a cosmic scale, we've never even been alive. Not in any way that might register.
Surrounded by the vacuum of everything, I could feel my soul trying to expand, to fill the never-ending absence. And it hurt.
Claustrophobia.
The buried. Small spaces, crushing, you can't breathe. You're at the center of everything and it all pushes down on you. If the vast is like losing yourself in too much space, the buried is being trapped without enough.
1,000 terrible things trapped and alone, out of air and out of light, all contained within those 3 hideous letters. D.
And I will show you, once and forever, the true and glorious peace of the buried. Darkness?
The dark, yeah. That's an old one, and one of the deepest. I mean, who isn't a little bit afraid of the dark, or what might be in it?
You try your hardest to eradicate, flood your surroundings with light, but it's always there at the edges.
There is far more to the darkness than simply being unable to see.
If the words of my parents hold any truth, then God is the true monster. And let there be light, the most evil words ever spoken. Filth. It's disease, but also insects.
The corruption. Oh, it's a nasty one, that one. Just disgust. Rot. Decay. Infection. That feeling of your skin crawling or itching, being touched by something that might burrow inside you. Swarming and hollowing you out.
Her skin was pale, almost grey and full of holes. Deep, black holes, just honeycombing every bit of flesh, like a wasp's nest.
Not spiders, though.
No, they belong to the web.
Which is spiders and control, your will not being your own.
Yeah, being manipulated or puppeted. The worry you're caught in a trap you can't see.
Spiders. Thousands and thousands of spiders. She opened her mouth at last as if to scream, and more poured out. I didn't want to go back. I had no reason to go back, but I had apparently decided to anyway, because I knew that's where I was going, no matter what I might feel about it. Choice didn't even come into it.
The flesh. You think people are so special it's only our fear that counts?
No.
Everything feels afraid sometimes. No. Sure, maybe it's not as complicated or existential as our fear, but it's real.
And when something formed out of an animalistic fear of the slaughterhouse reaches out to people...
Things get weird, yeah. It gets all mixed up with human neuroses, bodies, gore, that nagging worry that deep down we're all just electrified meat squeezing air at each other.
Meat is me. The hunt is also animals.
Yeah. Been a long time since humans had any proper sense of our place on the food chain. I mean, we haven't been prey for what, thousands of years?
But I mean, hunting, killing each other, that's just how wild animals work. It's natural.
So's death. But we're still afraid of it.
This cabin is a long way away from anything that can hear you.
And if I run?
I'm very much hoping that you do.
A new power.
The extinction is different. It's active. It will seek to create a lifeless world in a way that none of the other powers ever would. Some interpretations suggest it might replace us with something new that can then fear annihilation in turn.
Are you scared, John?
Yes.
Perfect. End recording.